The rhinoceros's hypothesis was preposterous. Sounds good.
I feel like I don't even recognize this country anymore. I feel like I don't even recognize this world anymore. In the last few years, the insanity has just been at an all-time high.
He's not tripping. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. All right, buckle up, boys. We got a new one today. If you're new here, welcome. All right, we're going to be talking about how nothing makes sense anymore. And honestly, I'm getting a good laugh out of it. So just buckle up, strap in, take a hit, and let's have some fun. This first one's nuts. It's classic. All right. This one was sent in from my homie Shape. His channel's called Call Me Shape because woman is homeless with 3 kids after moving to Texas to become a social media influencer. It makes all the sense in the world to me.
How to get home.
Kiara Jones came to Houston from Tallahassee at the start of the new year, chasing after a dream.
This is like one of the biggest populations of the social media influencers. That's kind of my goal, to become a big influencer.
She'd been staying at a motel this month with
is $50.
If you think that's crazy, okay, let's listen. This guy's awesome. I need to get this dude's name, but this is going to make sense here, okay?
An hour, the new middle class. I know that sounds so outrageous to say, but I almost think it's necessary for people to live with these cost of living. And what's bizarre is the hourlies are not matching up at all. There are people in fast food joints with no experience that can get started for $16 an hour, but yet there's job postings where they want a bachelor's or master's degree starting you off at $17 an hour.
Losers. I'm just kidding. I don't actually mean that.
That, in my opinion, is minimum wage. That is $2,300 a month after taxes. Rent is $2,000. Groceries is $1,000. Childcare is like $2,000. Not to mention everything else. Like $2,300 people cannot survive on, and that's what they're starting bachelor's and master's degree people on. What? I talked to a guy who was a bartender. He was serving us drinks last weekend, and he said he used to be a school teacher, and he quit because he was only making $50,000 a year, and when he bartends, he makes over $100,000.
Think about that. The bartender makes more than the college person, than the highly educated enchantel. But real quick about the lady who's literally homeless trying to be an influencer, which I totally get it. I'm doing it. I understand. Nothing makes sense anymore, so I'm not doing any of the stuff that doesn't make sense, even if it does make sense. Right? I know. But think about this. Is people think like being an influencer, right? Like doing this here. I got news for you. You still got to show up for work. Week in, week out. Like most of us, you're not just going to get rich. That's not how this works. It's still a job. And honestly, not to rag on that woman. I know she's going through a hard time. I get that. Okay, I do. But think about this. If you can't show up to a regular job, good fucking luck living in this fantasy land that I'm experiencing here. Good luck. Because my boss, a.k.a. me, is very lenient. If you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. People, I don't know. You guys leave your thoughts on that one. Anyways, if you're new here, I'd like to read some of your comments from previous videos. Keep it light, keep it loose, keep it fun. This person, I already read this comment before, but it holds up. This person goes, I'm 64, worked as a waitress in the 70s, and was able to pay my rent, my bills, buy furniture, clothes, etc., everything, and still have a bit to save for. It's just funny that that's like the one job that can still provide you a living. Not all positions, not every waiter job or bartender job can give you this $100,000 a year lifestyle. But it's funny because it's one of those jobs that nobody wants to do. So it kind of makes sense on why you would get compensated so hard. Anyways, just something crazy. Just think about it. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyways, let's keep this party moving. I'm having a great time. Oh, man, it's hot. Jeez, it's fucking hotter than a homeless woman with 3 kids in Texas in here. Bad joke. I'm so sorry. I did not mean that. Anyways, this one's about dudes painting their nails. It's classic.
Please explain to me why dudes my age are just painting their nails.
Not only do I paint my nails, but I get matching nails with my wife, and I pick the design.
He does.
This week we got jade green cat eye with some checkers on them, and it's just cool. And cool doesn't have to be explained, dude. So go book yourself an appointment, get your nails done, and tag us, because I want to see what design you come up with.
I can't wait to see your...
Hey! Personally, I think it's a bit gay. But hey, gay is good. Everyone's doing it. I get it. It's trendy. All right? I don't think I need to say anymore. All right, this one's gonna get any guy with the name. If you're a guy and it starts with the letter J, this is gonna get you revved up. But this is how women are dealing with stuff now. This one was sent in by Amber on Instagram. She actually used to be my neighbor back in the day. But this one was rich, and it honestly kind of pissed me off.
Thank you. I don't fuck with J names. For a free piece of every Jules jewelry, what is the worst name a guy can have?
Jack. Jack.
Jack.
Any J name, honestly, any J name.
Say Jake or Jack. We just got everyone saying Jack. Why? I don't know. It's just, I feel like they all have problems.
It's a J name. I feel like everyone that starts with a J is a douche, so.
I don't fuck with J names. I've heard enough.
You know, here I'm thinking it's just me this whole time. And it turns out it's just because my name's Jack. It's spectacular. I mean, you know what they did to Jesus, right? Don't you know what they did to Jesus? Huh? Fuck. Yeah. I'm not actually mad. A little bit. I'm just kidding. It's fun. I'm having a great time. That's what it's come down to. So, any guy out there with the name starts with a J, now we know. It's better to know the truth. Splendid. Oh, this one's hilarious. This one is from Legion of Men on YouTube. Well, it's Instagram, but he's got a big YouTube channel. But this one it just got me revved up. You know, it's just a great way to start off the weekend.
Because men are useless. I mean, love it. And by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men.
This is ABC saying this out loud. Are we not regretting?
Did you hear that, guys? Hey, she would die without gay men. You know what's funny about that? Maybe you should thank your father, the straight dude, for doing the hokey pokey with your mama, letting it all hang out. Yeah, that's how you showed up here, sweet cheeks. I'm just saying, that's literally on like ABC. You know what I mean? It's God bless America. His name was my name too. Whenever the gays go out, I'm just kidding. I'm going to get canceled. Oh, this one was hilarious. I got this joke where I go, my uncle used to be my aunt. I get it. You know, this guy said it right here. But this one goes, good people are finally waking up. Damn right, brother. Damn right. Anyways, just in case you're having fun here and maybe we're getting you to think a little bit.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United Corporations of America and to the deception on which it stands, one nation, under fraud, clearly visible, with bribery and corruption for all.
Now, you know it's kind of fucked up when you just heard that joke that guy just said. But it's funny because when I heard it the first time, I go, yeah, that sounds exactly like the one I learned in kindergarten. Awesome. Middle finger to the eyebrow. Unreal. Now, this one, a little bit trippy, okay? All right? But when you listen to what this guy just said, then you'll understand why he got murdered so early in life.
All our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane. You know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it.
Isn't that classic? Oh, this one was just kind of nuts. You know, like face tattoos. I've done full videos on this. I really don't care. Tattoo your whole body. I really could give two shits. You could have two penises. It's all good, brother. Get on in here. But I just think it's funny because this is World Star Hip Hop. Someone sent this to me. Sorry I didn't plug you in here. I do not follow World Star Hip Hop. But he goes, what do you think of his face tattoo? What do you mean? It's like, I think it's retarded. I don't know. Like, is that what you want me to type in the comments? I just thought that was funny.
You need universal basic.
This one's trippy. This one goes, Jasmine Sherman for president with the purple hair and the septum ring. Don't take this personal. I just think it's a bit nuts. But who, you know, hey, but apparently I'm the idiot. Okay, I don't have my nails painted, and I'm not gay. So apparently I'm doing something wrong. But she wants universal basic income, and everyone's like, yeah. So that's fun.
Basic income. We can afford to pay $95 billion anytime other countries need it. We have the funds to treat Americans right. Our elected officials currently make the choice not to treat you well. We have to end our abusive relationship with the government. Any politician that can't tell you what they're going to do for you tomorrow is a politician that is wasting your time.
Sounded really good, but just looking at her, man, I'm like, gosh, this looks kind of so, you know, gaudy. You know, says the man in the red leather jacket on the internet. I know. I just thought about that one myself. Joke's on me. But anyways, I don't think it's so much that we need free money, okay? I'm no genius here, all right? I mentally dropped out of school in the 8th grade. I learned enough. Plus, I went to private school, so, like, the curriculum's a little bit ahead of public school. No offense. But it is. It's kind of fucked up, actually. But I'll tell you what could solve things. I'm no genius. Tell me if I'm tripping. But let's check it out. Tell me if I'm wigging out here. What is some stuff we could get rid of to help the cost of living go down? Just a crazy idea. Just a couple of thoughts, you know, beside the free money thing, which does sound nice. I don't know if I already said it's hotter than the homeless woman with 3 kids in Texas in here joke, but Jesus, I'm dripping in here. Anyways.
Somebody show me where in the Constitution this fucking government has the right to demand an independent private citizen do business with an independent third-party corporation like car insurance. It's bullshit. Court shows your right of travel to be a right they can't license, tax, or charge a fee to. I'm going to release all that information before the election. Let's stop getting fucked by the government and car insurance.
Am I the only one that feels like health insurance is just one of the biggest scams out there?
There are 140 patients in this building. We currently have 2 nurses.
Girl, no. I'm calling the cops. Better yet, the state. I'm going on Twitter, the news, something, because that's wild.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys could piece that together, but, you know, if we weren't getting bent over with every insurance in the book that we're forced to have, by the way, you know, maybe we wouldn't need free money. You know what I'm saying? Just a crazy idea, you know, because you could give us all the free money in the world, but if you keep raising everything and forcing us to pay it, am I tripping? Anyone in here? Like, am I the one going nuts? The dude in the leather jacket in South Florida? Possibly. I don't know. I'm having fun, though. I don't know. Just tell me if I'm tripping or not. Just something to think about. Also, did you hear what that chick just said? Think about this one. I don't want to go conspiracy on you, but, you know, you pay all this health insurance every month. The funniest part is the people selling you the health insurance, not the doctors or the nurses or the hospital, they're making all the money. Meanwhile, the hospitals are paying everyone like shit, even though we're paying astronomical figures. Why wouldn't we just pay the hospitals directly? Wouldn't that make sense? But things aren't supposed to make sense. Awesome. Anyways, let's switch gears here. This one goes, Trump was right again. This one was like Trump predicted the future, or maybe he just knew.
I took office, there was a lot of folks out there making some pretty bold predictions about how things would turn out.
But if Biden wins, your borders are gone, the middle class is gone,
Your safety is gone. Gas prices going $5, $6, $7 for a gallon. Flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, and crime. You spent trillions of dollars rebuilding foreign nations, fighting foreign wars, and defending foreign borders.
So for all those predictions of doom and gloom, here's where we stand.
Do you want to use the word recession or depression? And you know...
It's crazy because I don't think this dude was just predicting. I think they just like, no, I could be tripping, but maybe they have like scripts. It's kind of like, now, if you win, this is what's going to happen in the world. And if you win, this is what's going to happen in the world. And they go, this is exciting stuff. They go, yeah, right? This is a fun game. It's so fun to laugh at the misfortune of others. It's from a movie. I forget what that's from.
Biden, he can't stand up to the lunatics running his party. He can't even find his way off the stage without him.
You know it's good when the presidents are roasting each other on TV, just cracking jokes. Oh, I'm having a great time, honestly. This person goes, I recently turned 54. It's crazy to think that I remember a time when America was considered a great country to live in. Yeah, isn't that a funny joke? This person, Kevin, goes, just imagine if everyone ran their personal finances like the government, we would all be homeless and living on the streets. Well, what's funny is a lot of people are running their finances like the government, except for they actually get penalized when they fuck up. That's the funniest part. I want to say it's sad, but it's kind of just funny. Anyways.
Your speed.
All right, now this one's great, okay? So I've had a lot of encounters with the cops. I've had a felony. I was a skateboarder forever. I got the felony off my record, by the way. It was selling weed. It was nothing like armed robbery or some bullshit. But I've dealt with like some real fuckhead cops who just like, I am the almighty. And then I've ran into really cool cops that like are totally on our wavelength. They just happen to work for the system. But this is about just kind of all levels of power have just totally lost their fucking wigs, and it's fun.
We're going at 80 and a 55. I need to take the tint off your windows, so I just need to sign this white box here.
I have a question really quick.
Sure.
How are we getting a ticket for speeding if we were following you and your lights were not on?
Because I was trying to catch up to somebody.
But your lights
And why were you
on.
following me?
I'm saying you were in front of us and your lights weren't on, so we were going at your speed. So how are we getting a ticket? Because your lights
you're
were on.
speeding.
But that means you were as well.
That's because I'm doing my job. I'm allowed to do that.
Without the lights on?
He goes, I'm allowed to kill people in speed? Do you not see my badge and gun? Now bend over. I'm kidding. I'm just, if you're a cop watching this, I don't mean it like that, all right? But I kind of mean it like that. Anyways, this one was great. Now, I'm not sure if this is a man or a woman, so don't judge her off rip. But this is just one of those things where cops can just, all of a sudden, they could just come onto your house or come onto your property just because. So that's awesome.
Questions for us?
No, I'm good. I was just wondering what made you want to stop us today? Was this random check or something?
We're doing checks out here all day. Okay. All boats, all charters. It's spring break and we're doing our job.
Yeah, right? Don't say this is a charter because charters are paid rides. This is a free owner's ride.
I understand, but you have a lot of people on this boat and normally that would make it a charter. So that's why we're here.
So,
okay?
Since everyone will be watching this.
I don't know if you guys have had any run-ins like that, but I certainly have. I've literally been yanked out of this very house because I called the cops. Last time I'll ever call the cops in my life. Yeah, I called the cops. I end up getting arrested. They dragged me out and they beat the shit out of me because I wouldn't let them put handcuffs on me. They had to double cuff me. Yeah, 4 cops. 165-pound guy. I know. They're like, why are you resisting? I'm like, I don't even know why I'm arrested. Yeah, I ended up with fractured rib cages. They did the classic knee on my neck. I'm not kidding. I literally was like, oh shit, this guy's going to break my neck. And meanwhile, they're fucking railing me in the ribs. I know. And then they couldn't arrest me, so they took me. I don't even want to get into it, but just put it this way. They had to take me to a hospital because they couldn't legally arrest me. With no shoes, like I was an animal, like a dog. I know. Safety, right? It's all for us. Sorry, that one still blows my mind. I still think about that from time to time. Anyways, this dude Travis, let's switch gears here. Got a little deep on that one. True story though. Travis goes, films, football, beer, all the above, and gambling filled the horizon of their minds to keep them in control. It was not difficult. George Orwell, 1984. If you haven't seen that movie or read that book, pretty trippy shit. Along with the movie Idiocracy. Highly recommend those. And it's just good. It's just fun. You know, don't take the stuff too serious, but just serious enough. But that shit's on point, though, for sure. And the gambling thing. You notice how gambling is promoted like crazy? Maybe I'm just not stupid. I'm a hustler. There's a big difference between gambling and hustling. Hustling's like you know you're going to win. Or there's a 90% chance you're going to win. But I can't believe how bad gambling is, especially where I live. Or just like all these influencers, like the lady in the beginning, who in a few years will probably be, doing an ad for some gambling website. That's something to think about. Because gambling, no offense, don't take this the wrong way, but if you're like addicted to lotto and gambling, yeah, you should probably stop. I'm just here to tell you that. Sponsored by nobody. Anyways. All right, so this dude is a YouTuber named Abood. Cool guy. He's not monetized. He rarely posts, but when he does post videos, they're very like super deep. I'm probably going to cancel myself stuff. So if you're into that, you can go check him out. But anyways, I thought this was worthwhile, and he's pretty on point. Just listen to this shit. It makes no sense, but all the sense in the world.
Our current state now. We live in a world where people can work hard their entire lives and have nothing to show for it. Nothing. They're barely getting by. We have come to a point where some of the smartest people in the world get no recognition. Actually gets shut up and silenced. Some of the best quality people as far as character and morality and kindness don't matter. No one looks to that. No one cares. We are being plagued and bombarded with imagery that is negative, with terminology that is negative, with pornography. Now it's acceptable for any female to post naked pictures of themselves. They're encouraging women to go on these platforms and do nude webcamming and thinking it's okay.
You know what's funny if you think about it? If you're like watching, when you're watching that kind of adult stuff, you're really just watching two strangers have sex. If you really break it down, it's kind of odd. Just saying. Just a thought.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. They're poisoning our kids' minds in school with all kinds of sick deviancy. Compared to the ones I mentioned, those that are the hardest workers, the best, the smartest in any field, doctors, scientists, whatever it may be. And then consider this. There are people, so many, that for a living play catch and run, throw a ball, all right? They're playing a fucking game.
So what he's saying is, which makes sense, he's totally on point. All of the blue-collar trades, people that are actually skilled, building our homes and roads and everything, you guys still make great money, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them don't, right? So what he's saying is all the people worthwhile are actually not winning, and then the people who aren't worthwhile doing bullshit are just killing it. It's kind of crazy to think about. And this all circles back to the homeless lady in the beginning trying to be an influencer, which I totally get it. I do understand. Because when you see kids like this, making money online actually worked, and this kid's like 18, this is kind of where society's at, where it doesn't make any sense. But look at this shit. Real fast. This is an 18-year-old. Whether it's real and fake or not, this is where we're at. And that's why you see lady, like right here, it goes, don't let being an 18-year-old dad scare you. And it's like, bro, there's 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds out here looking at this like, how in the shit, like, I'm just as confused as any 20-year-old watching that, And now you got people risking their lives to be influencers because they see shit like that. It's awesome. It's kind of fucked. It really. But I think this lady nails it on the head, because the old saying, like, believe nothing you see and half of what you hear. I think that's probably the most important thing to practice nowadays, including listening to me. Okay? I have to check myself all the time. Just saying.
Everything fake?
Yes, everything's fake. Friends fake, people fake, everybody's fake, you know? The people here in Miami, you think, wow, these people is so rich, but it's not rich because it's fake.
I know. Wonderful world we live in. We're going to end on this note. This one's kind of crazy, but we like to do some charity work here, okay? Help some people out. This dude, Tim, I don't know how he got my actual phone number. Actually, I do. He watched my channel in the beginning when I was a very small channel. And I appreciate everybody who stuck around and the new people, too. But he hits me up and he goes, "Hey, Jack, it's Tim. You had given me your number a while back," and because he was trying to make some short form content and edit for me, looking for some work. So he goes, "Well, I'm homeless now. My son's mother took my son and moved away, took my money too. I'm down pretty bad. I need to get some food. I stay behind a 7-Eleven in a tent. So maybe if I could make you a short or two, maybe get 10 to 20 bucks, that would be awesome. Either way, I'm still watching the channel. Congrats on your success." Now, I'm going to leave this dude's Cash App here. I already sent him some money, okay? And I just want you to think about that. Dude's sleeping in a tent behind a 7-Eleven. And he's still reaching out. He's not asking for money. He's looking for work. But you notice what kind of work he's trying to do. Have you figured it out? Yes. The homeless woman in the beginning. And I'm not saying Tim's a bad guy. He's a good dude. I talked to him quite a bit. I talked to him enough to know that he means well. But it's just crazy to think that even when you're sleeping behind a 7-Eleven in a tent, I admire his ambition trying to hustle and get money. But notice how he's I'm sure he's going to end up just getting a job too. But notice how he's trying to come into this. Because all the other stuff isn't making any sense for people. I'm having a great time. You guys leave your thoughts. I'm going to leave his Cash App right here. Happy Life 123. I'm going to put it down in the description below if you guys want to send him a few bucks. You don't have to, but I kind of like the direct-to-consumer charity, if that makes any sense. So instead of donating to an organization, you donate right to the person. It's kind of like Strangers Helping Strangers, Help a Stranger Foundation, something like that. I don't know. But this is kind of one of those times where people need help, baby. And anyways, solid talk. You guys leave your thoughts on everything. I'm going to make this a regular series. It's going to be fun. Also, we do the live stream every Sunday night. We do a call-in show here, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The last live got taken down because we got way too conspiracy on that one. I had to take it down. We got too nuts on that. But it's a good time. And, God, solid stuff. Shout out to all my Patreon members. I love you guys. Good shit.